Nate is back with an update on this breaking news. Nate, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Dane, as you mentioned, the Millennium Park was shot down about an hour or so ago after we're told a 16-year-old was shot and killed at Millennium Park. 2 people now in custody. Now this group of young people, hundreds of people, have made their way to State Street. We're walking with Chicago police right now.
So let's get right to Nate Rodgers, who is live at the scene.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Still a very active scene here. We're literally standing about a block away from where this altercation occurred. Right now we're seeing detectives go door to door to ask residents for surveillance video and to see what they've learned. Welcome back. Some pretty cool news here. A massive asteroid the size of a 3-story building is expected to pass Earth this weekend. The good news is it's not expected to come anywhere near Earth. What do we have on the grill?
Tomahawk steaks, tomahawk ribeye steaks, fresh from the butcher. And this is where he was, right here. My wife was right there, snapping pictures.
Anthony and Sally, right now we're on the corner of Francisco and Adams, and right here, this is the typical pothole that's popping up in the city. Not large enough yet to cause enough damage, but as soon as this car gets out of the way, I'm going to run across the street just 15 feet from here. Check out this one. I'll call this the granddaddy of this neighborhood. I got my measuring tape just so you all will believe me. It measures about 4 feet wide, and who knows how deep.
Nate Rodgers has the latest from the Grand Crossing neighborhood. Nate.
Police spent several hours here surveying the damage and especially looking for surveillance video. Also here right now, you can still see the 2 vehicles involved. One of them, the truck, plowing through the fence and landing in the front yard of this home. Yeah, absolutely. I'm Tia and Anthony. This was a horrific shooting indeed. We're learning many of the victims were simply bystanders attending this event. Now, the best part about this event and Juneteenth as a whole is to inspire young people. I met a brother by the name of Jaden, 8-year-old Jaden, and he says, Nate Rodgers, I can do your job. So, Jaden, show me what you got. You ready?
Hi, my name is Jaden, and we're here on the South Side.
So, yes, reporting live from the South Side.
Reporting live from the South Side.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Jaden.
Fox 32.
Fox 32.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, don't give this dude my job now.
Did you know that?
I knew that. I'm like, what are we going to do? We're going to keep talking about this story, right? Mark Strell is back with another look at weather. Mark, outside today, felt pretty good. Your word of the day, delightful. Mine, yeah. I don't know. I had a good time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm Natalie and Anthony. The damage here is massive indeed. I want to show you on both of these garages here, 2 garages, in fact, destroyed, burned down altogether. All of the items that were inside of these garages charred and destroyed. Barbecue grills, patio furniture. We're seeing basketball rims. Yeah, that's right, Casey. I'm talking about trees. This is a site here along 1st Street here in New Lenox. Trees, piles of trees. Tall trees, tree branches taller than myself. Don't forget to wake up with Good Day Chicago starting at 7 a.m. Have a good night, everybody, and don't forget to dream big.
That grieving mother is only telling her story to our Nate Rodgers. He's live at the medical examiner's office where one of the most heartbreaking chapters of that story played out. Nate.
Yeah, absolutely horrible indeed, Dawn and Corey. Kimberly Elwood says that she had, her father openly agreed and even offered to look after her 5-year-old daughter while she was out of state looking for stable housing and a new job. She says that there were no warning signs and she'd never known her father to be an abusive man. Today, just a few hours ago, Kimberly's boyfriend and her child's father literally had to carry her out of the medical examiner's office after she identified her own daughter here.
It says happy birthday.
It says happy birthday. So whose birthday was it?
It was mine.
And how old are you now?
5.
Clint Elwoods and his wife Lisa Jones both charged with murdering their own granddaughter, Jada Moore.
I'm all out of tears. I look at him as a monster. I don't even want to carry his last name no more.
Court documents say last Friday, Elwoods dialed 911, telling a dispatcher, quote, "I was beating my little granddaughter and now she is out of it." The alleged abuse occurred inside the couple's home here along Osage Street in Park Forest. Police found Jada laying on the couch naked, with detectives obtaining Jada's shorts and soiled underwear. Also, a calendar on the refrigerator detailing 4 dates last month when her undergarments were allegedly soiled.
Not nan time has she ever said, "Mama, I'm scared." Mama, come get me. He's hitting me. They're beating me. Nothing like that.
With bruises all over her body and marks consistent with a pattern of ongoing abuse, according to the ME. Jada also suffered bleeding on her brain. She died at Comer Children's Hospital. Jada's mother today identifying her body at the morgue.
My baby's face was disfigured.
But here's what matters most. From infancy...
Where's your eyes?
...to twirling, young Jada leaves behind a world of great memories.
I loved to dress her up when she was a baby. She was a princess. She was very sweet, always smiling, even in the midst of everything that she endured.
Tell me what you're eating.
I'm eating some cake.
And what kind of cake was it?
It was a balloon cake.
It was a what kind of cake?
A balloon cake.
But what was the cake for?
It was for me.
Now, those grandparents both remain in custody. They're being held without bond, due back in court next month. We just received a word that neighbors in that community will be hosting a vigil tomorrow outside of the home from 6:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. There's also a growing GoFundMe account to help the mother with funeral arrangements as she's now looking to transfer her daughter's remains back to Georgia. That is the latest here outside of the Cook County Medical Examiner's office. Nate Rodgers, Fox 32, Chicago.
Fox 32's Nate Rodgers is the only TV reporter to talk to the boy who survived. Nate is at Comer Children's Hospital with the story. Nate?
Yeah, that's right, Dane and Natalie. To put this all into perspective, this is the second time in just 24 hours where we're hearing from families of gunmen brazenly shooting into cars filled with children. This time, the family was at church. They tell me 2 of their cars had been broken into by the same suspect right before he wheeled a large gun at them. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
The pain is not so good.
7-year-old Legend Barr confined to a hospital bed, now in excruciating pain.
And I saw that it shot through my pants. And my favorite shirt got destroyed too. That I got it for my 7th birthday.
Legend was shot outside University Community Church, 108th and State, where his grandmother pastors. Just before 11:30 a.m., his mom says they were about to park and noticed a stranger inside the pastor's SUV.
Right when we turned down that street, my husband was getting ready to reverse and turn the car around. The guy pulled out this really big machine gun that's like on those video games or whatever and started shooting at the car. And then my son was in the back screaming. He was like, I got shot.
I thought we were in Ukraine. It was like a big boom. I'm like, my wife, she hit the deck, and I'm like, what the hell was that?
Legend was shot in the leg. Police initially said his father confronted the man, but the family says they only made eye contact and never left the vehicle.
I all looked at him. My whole car, even the baby.
It's the second time this year tragedy has taken place outside this church. Back in July, a drive-by shooter struck 3 people as a funeral was underway. In addition, Legend is now the 5th child this year shot sitting in the backseat of a car. 4 other kids have died.
Let's start pointing out these people who are out here shooting and killing children, killing each other, killing any human being.
And I don't like these new laws they're making where criminals are not being held accountable.
Legend's femur bone was shattered by the bullet. It's the longest and strongest bone in the body, affecting the way we stand and move. The hardest part, Legend was gearing up to return to the basketball court at his local rec center.
My team's just gonna be without a basketball player, then I'll have to wait until I get signed up again for basketball.
Now, fortunately, 5th District officers were in the area during the time of the shooting. They were able to respond to the scene right away. They chased the suspect and took him into custody. Police tell us charges are pending. We're live outside Comer Children's Hospital. Nate Rodgers, Fox 32, Chicago.
Nate Rodgers has the story.
The discount mall has been a staple here in Little Village for decades, and it's beyond sportswear and beautiful gowns. We're talking generations of working families with their livelihoods now in limbo.
Churros, churros.
Inside Discount Mall, a one-stop shop for everything you need.
If we're looking for a nice dress or some cool boots, there's no other place like this spot.
We're talking fine jewelry, electronics, but also authentic Mexican items, including hats, boots, and other knickknacks.
This is prom dresses, quinceañera dresses, wedding dressing, and I make alteration.
Discount Mall has welcomed shoppers all over the country for 30 years. The 6-acre property along 26th Street was sold 2 years ago for $17 million. The new owner reportedly suggesting larger retail stores for the space. Is it easy for you to relocate?
Not really, because I've been here for almost 27 years.
150 vendors currently occupy the mall, many of them in business since its inception. Alderman Byron Lopez saying the owner's plans are unclear. This as vendors' leases are up at the end of the month.
Why break something that is working, that is generating revenue for the city? There's 150 licenses registered that pay taxes, that bring revenue and tourism to the city of Chicago.
Watching all the foot traffic in and out, 1-year-old Esperanza. Anthony's Boots has been her family's bread and butter for decades. Already with a business card in hand, her brother hopes she too will carry out the family's legacy. How much does this store mean to you?
It means a lot. It's probably like the most important thing in our family. And if it doesn't go away, we're probably going to keep it open and we're going to keep being happy.
Alderman Lopez also saying any plans for redevelopment would have to go through the city's Planning and Development Committee. No formal plans have been submitted just yet. We did reach out to the new property owner to learn more about their plans. We have not yet heard back. In a little village, I'm Nate Rodgers, Fox 32, Chicago.
Nate Rodgers has the story.
The energy here has been electrifying all day long, from energetic greeters to young people from all over the city getting whatever they want. This has been a Merry Christmas. Inside this tent, thousands of toys for all ages. Outside, families braving the cold, kids anxiously waiting. What are you looking for?
I want an Xbox and I want an SR. I want 2 PlayStation. I want all that, yeah.
2 weeks ago, organizers feared the effort would not happen because donations did not meet demand. Operation Cover Chicago attracting thousands to 95th and Harvard each year.
Christmas giveaways like this really bless families that's not able to get gifts, so it's a real blessing to be out here.
Once inside, pure joy.
Merry Christmas!
It was first come, first serve. Energetic greeters helping kids to whatever toy they desire. You just got a free computer, man.
I know, I'm so excited, I'm so happy.
You got what you wanted.
This is what I wanted for Christmas.
There were gifts for every age with just about anything you could imagine.
The people who gave, they gave because they want people to get whatever they get.
In the end, 17,000 free toys distributed after $70,000 raised. And beyond your favorite board games and stuffed animals, we're talking hoverboards, 35-inch smart TVs, drones.
I'm only going to give my kids the best, so I'm only going to offer my community the best.
Check out the latest PlayStation 5, valued at $500. And for this young man, the perfect gift indeed. What did you get? What did you get?
Skateboard.
Did you want a skateboard?
Yes.
How does this make you feel?
Amazing.
And the smiles keep continuing. Pastor Smith tells us they'll be back here next year, same time, same place, even more gifts. And this is the latest here in the city's south side. Nate Rodgers, Fox 32, Chicago.
Nate Rodgers live with this incredible story, Nate.
Absolutely, Don and Corey. As we all know, far too often, many stories of black boys here in Chicago involve crime and negativity. Well, here's a different angle for you. They call themselves the Good Sense Club. Through collective strategy, lots of research, and patience, these boys are already ahead of the game.
It's just like an imbalance or why they fluctuate so much.
Well, this is a fairly new industry.
Inside this Bucktown home,
I know a lot of companies like Incomes have been come under fire.
Black teenage boys from Chicago, focused, mastering the stock market.
Do you think there's a reason why their stocks drop so much?
We all create our own reports on the stocks that we follow, so we'll all do our research. Take a look at our portfolio, see what we bought it at.
They meet monthly, each reporting back on various industries' performance.
The global